1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, it's working. So, today's video is basically, characterization or character analyzation of Sonic from Sonic the Comic. And basically, we're talking about how he's a jerk. What else did you think the video would up to it? It would only take me 5 minutes. Your new breed of badnik may be tough, but I can still take. Oh, it might. Charming B drives everyone crazy if he disappears. Wait. John, do you honestly think I'm gonna read all of this? No, seriously.
Hold on,
Where did the
Sonic!
music go?
You could be rushing into a deadly trap! Oh my god!
Well, if I ever see you again, Tails, this is how I'll remember you. As a little two-tailed dimwit who's always whining. John, is that it now? Another example of me not reading all that. John, I should fire you right. If you ask anyone in the Sonic fandom, what is Sonic's personality? They might give you different answers. But the main answer to that question is that Sonic's a kind-hearted person that's free like the wind, but he's also arrogant and mostly cocky to his attitude in response. Now you might get the whole different answer if you say which Sonic you're talking about. And if you say Sonic the Comic Sonic, then you're gonna get an answer that you never think you would hear. Sonic is a whole jerk. Now, if you're new to the fandom by any chance and you don't know why is Sonic a jerk in this so-called other media, then sit back, relax, and, I don't know. In Sonic the Comic, Sonic in this media, he's mostly described to be as some kind of jerk and some kind of person that comes after his friends. But in reality, he's still this nice guy that really deeply cares about his friends and wants to save Mobius. It's just he shows his feelings in a different way. Now, the infamous and most used example of Sonic being a jerk in any of this comic is him saying this to Tails. Now, you may be wondering, why would Sonic say this? Here's the reason. Sonic says this to be joking around with Tails. And Sonic says it in a kind of mean way, but Sonic sees it as his kind of, joke, and not to make it serious. Now, you may be seeing a pattern in these Sonic is a jerk stuff, and here's the pattern. Sonic is mostly being a jerk to Tails. And well, yeah, sure, he's being a jerk in some of these without context, and sometimes he really isn't. And when he really is being a jerk, he mostly gets backlash, or at the end of the stick, he gets hit. Now, you may be wondering, speed of sound, what do you mean Sonic mostly gets backlash, or he mostly gets the end of the stick? What do you mean? And by that, my young follower that should subscribe, but I'm not forcing you to, because honestly, I can care less about fame. I just want to do this for fun. Now, back to the infamous statue scene. Sonic says this to Tails. He says, "Oh, I don't like the look on your face, but I'm not complaining." And then later, Tails says, "Look out." Now, you may be wondering what happens on the next page. Well, then Sonic dodges the spear that almost hits him. Now, Sonic obviously apologized to Tails, and he says, "Wow, man, I'm sorry, you can't take a joke or something like that." Now, you may be wondering, why don't you show it? I don't know, man, I'm on a short schedule. One example of him actually being nice to Tails for once in a comic panel is him saying this when beating up some robots from Eggman. And Tails says, "Look, Sonic, I got a hit in." And Sonic says, "Oh, good job, little buddy," or little bro. I can't really see. As, well, this is the end of the example. And, well, of course, I have others. So here comes another clear as day, nice moment that Sonic does to Tails of showing worrying and fright for him is when Fleetway, or Supersonic, shoots a laser at Tails. Sonic is obviously worried about Tails, as he seems to be quite devastated that he might be dead, or he might be gone. And Tails, he says, "Oh, I'm good. And then Sonic says, I'm glad you're not like Johnny, because if he was, I would have been just like Supersonic or something like that. Now, those examples, those 3 examples of Sonic not being a jerk. Actually, let's redo that. Sonic the comic, Sonic is a jerk, but he also isn't. Those examples show that Sonic the comic Sonic can be a really and generally a nice guy and a heroic person when he's not, being a jerk, or when he's not making a joke that seems to hurt people in a way, and it kind of, backlashes on him. Now, if you're wondering who's the person that's telling Sonic that he should, calm down and stop being this jerk, and it's Amy. Amy in this comic, and any comic where Sonic is being a jerk to someone, seems to be the only person that really points out that, hey man, you're being a bit of a jerk. Don't you think you should apologize and cool down and all that, And then later down in the story, Sonic's like, oh mate, why should I apologize? He was being a dumb idiot anyway. We don't need him. And then when Sonic faces a villain, he instantly gets karma of what he said earlier. Now, at the end of the day, Sonic the comic Sonic is a jerk. But at the same time, he isn't. Sonic the comic Sonic makes jokes and says these rude things because he's trying to express his feelings in different ways, or he's trying to tell a joke in different ways. And when he does, he mostly gets backlash and gets told that maybe he's wrong for this. Unfortunately, guys, for me and you, this is the end of the video. I'm gonna make it short because my voice is and my throat is bad. So, see you guys later. Peace. Love ya. Good day. Good night. Bye.